You did what I'm saying? Good day. All dollars, I'm a counterfeit. Yeah, I wanted money, I couldn't enjoy class.
With the 2016 XXL Freshman list, it was more evident than ever the direction that XXL were heading in. As they fully embraced the internet and the new wave of SoundCloud artists, it led to much controversy. Ultimately, however, for the most part, you can't deny that they were dead on point, with artists like Yachty, 21 and Uzi transcending and translating to that mainstream audience throughout 2016. It seems like the 2017 list will be no different, and over the next couple videos I'll be discussing who I think should be on that list. Split into two sections. Firstly, the artists who I believe have to be on that list, and it would be a fault of XXL's if they did not at least try to get these artists. And secondly, the 50-50 artists, some of which will undoubtedly end up on the list, but you could make a valid argument either for or against. This video right here is part 1 of 2 on the 2017 list. And in this video, I'll be discussing half of the artists that I think need to be on that list. And in my second video, I will finish off the list of rappers that I think need to be on them and get to my list of 50-50 artists as well. I've split this video up because one video would be just far too long on such a topic. A couple things to mention before we get into it. For the freshman list, XXL have always focused on what at least could be somewhat commercially successful. No, they're not going to pick Young Lean, Bones or similar artists because A, it is evident that the sound right now wouldn't really connect with the mainstream audience, and B, it is evident that they don't really care about that mainstream attention and are not going to change and mold for it. So before you think that artist X, Y or Z should be on that list, you really need to consider that factor. Secondly, unlike my other videos, I'm not going to get bogged down in the details with every artist. I'm just going to get straight to the point of why I think that artist is going to have a huge 2017. Hopefully blow up and land on the XXL list. But enough talk, let's dive right in. You dig? Firstly, Playboi Carti. Now, it was rumored that he got offered a spot on the 2016 list, but for now those rumors are unconfirmed, so let's just assume he didn't, because 2016 really wasn't his breakout year. XXL have stated before that they look towards the fanbase of the artist and see how strong their support is, and Carti has this in spades. If you haven't watched my Curious Case of Playboi Carti video, go and watch that to get a more in-depth look at his fanbase. But to keep it short, Carti's fanbase is dumbly addicted to anything that he does. And as we draw closer to the release of his mixtape, it's only going to get bigger. Secondly, Carti has a knack to come up with catchy refrains and choruses that I could easily see translate into a mainstream audience. This, on top of his new school Atlanta trap sound, makes his music highly accessible and mainstream ready. Thirdly, having unreleased music with ASAP Rocky, ASAP Ferg, Skepta, Frank Ocean and Big Sean means that when we eventually get a project, those names in and of themselves will attract a huge audience and give Carti mass exposure. Lastly, being signed to Interscope will hopefully give Carti that push and backing he needs to transcend his largely underground presence into a mainstream one. 2017 is make or break for Carti, but XXL should see how much he has going for him in terms of fans, music, label support and features, hopefully earning him a spot on the XXL 2017 list.
You done told me to do this, but now that I fucked your bitch, you mad at me?
Next we move on to Ugly God, and Ugly God is a no-brainer for this list, for two reasons. Firstly, he is an extremely likable character. The off-the-wall, goofy, and downright honest persona he has created for himself makes him hard to hate on.
Fuck, bro. I like when it's like it's one bitch, and then just 50 niggas just come in and just fucking fuck her all the way up, bro.
Out of all the rappers on the list, I've probably seen the least hate for Ugly God, and for good reason. He just seems like a good dude. This will go a long way for him, not only in creating industry connections and becoming a likable character in the mainstream, but enticing XXL to put him on the list as they interview and talk with him. Secondly, his music represents the same oddness and honesty as his personality. Brightly coloured trap influenced beats with simple, catchy flows and a subject matter that leans into the lane of comedy rap, but is far less corny, less cringy, and overall less white, making it more appealing to your average young hip-hop head.
Bitch, I beat my meat, give a fuck about what you think, I know all up in my sheet.
He has already caught the mainstream ears with Water, which continues to blow, but I could see Ugly God staying around a lot longer than just Water. With his witty tongue-in-cheek lyrics, quirky subject matter, fun personality, and an easygoing sound, it makes listening to Ugly God cozy, comfortable, and memorable, hopefully earning him a spot on the 2017 list.
You're saying your own music is trash?
Fucking trash.
Okay.
And moving on, we have Nav. Just like Carti, I've already done a video explaining his come up in depth, so go peep that if you haven't already. But in terms of why Nav needs to be on the 2017 XXL Freshman list, let's get into it. It seems like Nav's mainstream superstardom is almost inevitable at this point. His music already has the mainstream appeal, already has the big numbers, already has a dedicated fan base, and add on top of that EXO and Weeknd support, and you have what is a recipe for success. XXL will see all this hype and make an informed decision.
When I'm sober, I just don't like who I am. Pull me up before and I feel like myself again.
The only thing I can see holding Nav back from getting this placement is his low-key image. Either A, XXL won't fuck with such a low-key personality and image as they think it will hinder him from blowing up. B, they simply won't engage with it on a business level as he may not want to show his face in a cypher, shoot or interview. And C, due to his image, I can even see Nav decline in the XXL spot, as we've seen artists do in the past. Ultimately, however, if the XXL Freshman list is meant to represent those who are going to blow in 2017, Nav should be on that list.
Follow me at NavFBeats on Twitter.
And last but not least for this video, we have Famous Dex. With 5 solo tapes to his name in 2016, a bunch of features, and him releasing a video what feels like every 2 or 3 days, this will be the main attraction for XXL. XXL like artists who show they can work and put in hustle to get to their success. And hate on him all that you want, but you can't deny that Dex is putting in work. The second aspect to this is the wave that Dex has created for himself. Barring any drama, Dex has a fucking wave right now, and it is only growing. The question is, can Dex translate this wave to a mainstream audience? Well, let's look at why he's popping right now. It is all about his energy and fun-loving charisma in both his music and image. As he endlessly flails around in his videos, saying, "Oh man, goddamn," and using simple, catchy hooks to fill out his songs, it's hard to not remember and be intrigued by Dex's persona and music. And I think the right song could easily attract mainstream attention. There is no hidden depth to Dex, nor does he pretend there is, and that's what makes it so appealing. It's just plain fun. I could see 2017 being Dex's breakout year, where he transcends from the underground. All he needs is that final push. He has had relatively big underground hits thus far, but they've all stayed in the underground, so when that next big borderline hit comes, he really needs for it to be properly released and pushed by his label to skyrocket him into the mainstream. XXL will likely recognise both the work that Dex has been putting in and the wave that he has going on right now, hopefully earning him a spot on that list, which could be the push that he needs to take off in the mainstream.
No relay. Russell the mic, no relay. Yeah, what? Yeah. Come here, sis.
Alright guys, that's all for part 1 of this video. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for part 2. Like, subscribe, and